Hello, Herotaku Nation. This is Sanad here, back with a review for Transformers Month. Today we're taking a look at the Fansproject City Commander Upgrade Armor. Now, this was the very first thing that was produced, mass production for Fansproject. It is an upgrade for Classics Ultra Magnus. It's an unofficial third-party item, and it is, well, a trailer. It's not just a trailer, though, as this does give Ultra Magnus the armor that he really deserves, because the original G1 toy was a white Optimus Prime that had an armor trailer, and that's what was lacking from Classics Ultra Magnus. Now this armor has been released a few times. This is actually a first production run, which is why these aren't pegged in with the pegs and actually are just kind of wedged on there, because there were two different versions of this set, outside of all the knockoffs of the third-party unofficially licensed item. This is a first release. The second release includes this gun and these two cannons, plus alternate faceplates, which is the more common release out there. The one I have, however, was a first release City Commander trailer, and then they sold the add-ons of the two cannons and the gun, plus the faceplates, which I don't have for this review. They take up way too much time anyways. Basically, you could buy these pieces to upgrade if you had a first release one. Now the second release one had things like a mounting point for this gun and holes for these to plug into. But other than that, this is what you got. So what's really nice about this trailer is that this is also the start of the third-party Transformer boom, as a lot of those items were kind of rare and obscure, and now it's become a whole market. So this was really the cause of all that. I love the design of it, though. It's not quite full-on car carrier that the original G1 version is. It's an updated, stylized one to kind of match the updated and stylized cab it's associated with. So you can see how the blue kind of meshes in together. The wheels are the same design, except there's a few black squares that haven't been quite filled in. It just looks like it matches so well, and I've had this for years, and so it's also kind of interesting to test the quality plastic that Fansproject used years ago. So anyways, you can see how it matches the cab. They designed it to work with this figure, and any other figure really just doesn't work. There is other colors. There's one for Nemesis Prime, one for Optimus Prime, one for Powered Command. No, it was Powered Commander. Power Commander, Shadow Commander. There's one for Shattered Glass Prime, I think. There's a lot out there. But little details like the license plate that says City Commander. It actually came with several of these. That's just the one I went with. And also for the robot mode, since this is the foot, actually can flip the license plate cover closed, which is really nice. Now I won't be going into the full in-depth transformation for this set because of how much is involved, and I do have a time limit here. I don't want to make this video too long. The only real complaints with the trailer is that it does kind of knock the smokestack piece off sometimes. But other than that, it's not too bad. Actually, the smokestacks aren't really necessary. It is solid. You have to have this thing kind of turn. There is no turning mechanism, which they did fix when they did the G3 trailer for Optimus Prime. They did give it a turning access. But other than that, you could store smaller vehicles inside. You can put ones up on top. It's not really going to hold much of the car Transformers. The best you're going to get if you want something that holds car Transformers is to get the G3 trailer. But we are looking at City Commander today. Now, before we get to City Commander, I want to talk about this weapon, as it does actually do some neat things with the basic Ultra Magnus robot, which we'll cut to now. So originally, Classics Ultra Magnus had two weapons. He had one gun made from the Wind Vane, and another gun that was made from the smokestacks, which would be this one here. Now, these were good and all, but if you're going for a more authentic look, the original Ultra Magnus's gun, for his armored mode, was able to be held by the smaller white Optimus body inside. Now, unfortunately, the hands are different, so you can't quite have him hold that. On the original G1, you flipped it over, and you had a handle. On this version, you got a little bit of transformation. You flip the handle down here, pushes out a barrel, and brings out a handle, and now you've got a gun for the white Ultra Magnus that actually fits him, and is relatively good for what this is trying to accomplish, which is basically giving him a gun in the basic robot mode. Now, in order to arm this guy up, it takes a lot of work. There's a lot of parts here. If you do want to see an in-depth transformation, there's an animated video. I think it's called City Commander Transform, done by the designer. You can probably find it on YouTube still. And it basically has like a really cool animated transformation of this. So if you'd like to see that, that would be the best way of seeing the transformation. As it is a lot complicated, and there are some little bits of it that are a little scary, like the feet connections. But now let's put these two together and armor up Ultra Magnus. Alright, so here we have City Commander and Ultra Magnus inside. City Commander just looks friggin' cool. Really neat looking robot mode. A lot of the details, like the blue chest piece, are replicated, especially when you got these add-on cannons, or if they just come with the City Commander in general. They just look really fantastic. The shoulder cannons, without these, he just looks like he's missing something, so much so they left holes in there. I stuck Universe Tankor's guns in the shoulder for the longest time, because those just looked like something. It also fits the G1 missile launchers if you're so inclined. Articulation-wise, he's got a head that turns left and right. It's a sort of ball joint. You got shoulders that rotate, you got outward shoulder movement a little bit, elbows, you got wrist swivel. So he does add articulation from the Ultra Magnus figure. Waist is kind of restricted. You got outward leg movement, forward leg movement, knees, thigh swivel, and you got a cool ankle tilt, because ankle tilts are everything apparently when it comes to Transformer. So really cool. His articulation is quite versatile. Even with all the bulky armor, he still works really well. You can give him the gun, which just looks perfect. And if you're so inclined, he does have a few bonus accessories, or bonus ideas you can do. First off, you can mount the guns on the back here, either pointing up or down. One gun goes there, one wedges in here. And so you got additional guns going on here. So you can store all his pieces, and further to that fact, let's swap the gun into this hand. Most of his trailer actually isn't the armor. The majority of it is actually in the BFG, officially known as the BFG. It is a giant shoulder-based rocket launcher, and it is friggin' cool, if a little oversized. It's got actually molded 8 rockets set to load, and on top of that, it can fold out and be just a giant friggin' arm cannon, which is just plain amazing. I love this weapon, but it's just not functional because of just how large it is. I think it's cool, but it's mostly something that gets left behind, as he can't really use it very well. I end up having him use this blaster. And also he can hold the original Magnus guns if you're so inclined. So anyways, overall, the City Commander armor is a fantastic add-on if you have Classics Ultra Magnus, which was a Target exclusive in North America. So I can definitely recommend this set. It is quite costly now, because he is sold out everywhere. It's been years since he came out. The plastic quality, I'm surprised, is holding up. It does feel kind of garage kit, model kitty, but overall I'm super impressed, and he does make a great addition to the '86 movie lineup. Now we're just waiting for RC to come out. But overall, this is a nice looking set, especially with Fansproject protector armor, and overall, City Commander just works. And he's large enough that, honestly, he probably could give Unicron a run for his money, especially with the BFG. But yes, our 86 movie guys plus Unicron. Once RC comes out, this will definitely be a neat little display. And even if Hasbro has not officially said that they'll be making Rodimus Prime or Ultra Magnus, these are the best versions in my personal opinion. So, that's all for me for Transformers Month. Continue to enjoy Transformers Month, and if you've missed any of the videos, be sure to catch up and check out Herotaku.com, because we're always posting Transformers news and reviews and more. So anyways, Stunks is out saying goodbye.